They added Cyberpunk.
We should probably get into some Cyberpunk. We still don't have a name for this podcast. My name is Dylan. This is Will.
That's me.
Yep. I'm kind of leaning towards Dungeon Zero. I don't know. Either way, this is going to be the first time we run a new dungeon in play.aidungeon.io. AI Dungeon, as we talked about in our first 0 Hour podcast, was or is a kind of an online toy, a old school type text adventure.
It learns programmatically. You provide it with prompts, and then I think it's pulling from a database of books to guess what a old school, like 1980s Infogrames, Zork Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text adventure would be.
Yeah. So we're going to start up a dungeon, and we've got a few different options, and then we will let it carry us away. Options, what would you like to go with? We did fantasy last time. We got fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, and you just mentioned that they just added cyberpunk. Mm-hmm. I'm moderately interested in that. What do you think?
That sounds fine. Let's try that then.
Let's do that. All right, so we are selecting a character, and we have some options from cyborg, punk, cop, or android. And I appreciate that.
And our cyberpunk option, do we want to be a cyborg or a punk?
Well, we're not being a cop, right? There is a difference between cyborg and android.
Well, yeah, a cyborg is a human brain with robot parts, and an android is robot brain. I say android.
Okay, let's be a robot.
Perhaps we can muse on the nature of existence.
Very good. Now, do we have a name for this android? I believe last time we were Reginald von Borklestadt.
Mm-hmm.
That started off became Reginald the Science Wizard, which was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Robodroid 9000.
If you got something better.
I don't. Let's do it. Robodroid 9000.
Robodroid 9000.
Embarks. All right, so now the AI is going to generate a prompt for us, and it's writing it out.
You are Robodroid 9000, an android living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a laser pistol and a holoband. You are a security android created to provide military-level force for corporations wealthy enough to purchase you. As you stand protecting a shipment, you realize that your job is not as it seems. You are being programmed by a mysterious corporation called The Corporation, who has been funding research into new types of robots for the last 20 years.
Clearly a very creative prompt here.
Terrifying.
So we are a security droid.
Yeah, so I think that we need to read our mission briefing and find out what military-level police force we need to provide, and to what corporation.
To the corporation.
Well, maybe. Obviously, the corporation is...
so the corporation made us, and clearly they're the ultimate one that's behind everything.
All right.
Okay, so...
let's read mission briefing.
So we're in the futuristic city of Zale. We have a laser pistol and a holoband. What are we going to do with these things? How did we find out that protecting the shipment is not as it seems?
Let's investigate the shipment. Find out what exactly we're protecting.
All right, investigate shipment.
As you walk through the warehouse, you notice several crates stacked on top of each other. The crates seem to be filled with various medical equipment, some of which looks very strange and out of place in this modern world.
Does that mean that it's ancient medical equipment?
That would imply that it's ancient medical equipment.
Okay, if it's out of place. Or is it alien medical equipment?
Would we know that it is
we're a robot. Well, we're an android. There's a difference.
Would we know that it is alien medical equipment?
So do we want to go with the premise that it is ancient or alien?
Maybe we don't know.
Okay. Investigate the medical equipment?
I think that's a good idea. I think we should investigate the medical equipment.
You pick up one of the crates and open it, finding a small medical kit inside. It contains a stethoscope, some gauze pads, and bandages. You put the box back down and continue walking through the warehouse. Suddenly, you hear something behind you.
I think it's aliens. It's got to be aliens at this point.
All right. Wait, we have a laser pistol?
Yep, laser pistol.
Okay, so I'm going to draw our laser pistol and turn around. It deals fine with compound actions, thankfully.
Yeah. What I want to investigate is this holoband. Is this like an informational system, or does it help us see things? Okay. You draw your laser pistol and turn around.
You raise your hand and fire at the sound of noise. A beam of light shoots from your fingertips and hits a large metal door, causing it to slam shut. You look behind you and see that there is no one there.
Okay, hold on. So, we have a laser pistol, but we raise our hand and fire. A beam of light shoots from our fingertips.
I mean, we're a robot. We're Robotron 9000. I
Robodroid.
assume that, our laser pistol is hand mounted.
I guess so, and maybe the actual lasers come from our fingertips. Is
I
our
think so.
hand an actual pistol?
I don't know. Maybe we just do like finger guns.
There we go.
Pew,
Yep.
pew, pew, pew,
I
pew.
want to believe that it's finger guns.
All right. Okay.
So we hit a large metal door and caused it to slam shut. Nobody's behind us either.
Okay. Well, let's take the medical kit just in case.
All right, fair enough. Does an android need a medical kit?
You
Oh, but we could use it to save a human if necessary.
maybe that human that we just tried to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
okay.
I don't know if we want to do that.
We'll find
Take
out.
medical kit and investigate large metal door. So I'm specifically saying large metal door so that it will hopefully cotton on to the fact that I'm talking about the same concept.
You open the medical kit and pull out a flashlight. You shine the light on the large metal door and see that it is bolted shut.
I don't think bolts are a problem for an android for Robotron 9000.
Robodroid.
So you think we should rip the door off?
Yeah, we need to rip the door off its hinges and discover what the hell is behind us.
Door off its hinges. I mean, we need to protect this medical kit, this medical shipment of ancient medical.
Apparently.
You rip the door off its hinges and run outside. You throw the door against a wall and run back inside. You quickly check all around the warehouse and find nothing out of place or suspicious.
What the hell, game?
All right. No, maybe we're just seeing
Okay.
things.
All
Okay.
right.
Well,
Oh, we need to use our holoband to look around.
use my holoband to look around.
I was thinking that maybe it was like an orphan child that was actually behind us and sneaking around, but maybe it's like a specter of some sort.
You activate your holoband and look around. There is a computer terminal where you can access the ship's systems. You type in a few commands and the holographic screen lights up, revealing a map of the ship.
All right. So apparently we're on a ship.
Okay, we're on a ship.
Did we just bust open an airlock? Gosh, I hope not.
I hope not.
I think outside, maybe it's like a giant colony ship. So
Okay.
you might say that there's an outside. All right.
All right, there's got to be like, we're okay.
Well, let's check the map to see if there are any intruders.
Does the map show thermal signatures or life signs?
I think it does now.
Okay, it does now.
Check the map for. Should we just check the map for life signs, or should we be checking it for life signs of intruders? I'm tempted to say intruders.
Yeah, let's go with intruders.
Check for life signs of intruders. All right.
This is more sci-fi than Cyberpunk so far.
Yeah, it really
But I
is.
guess the medical thing.
Well, yeah, and
What
if the corporation?
Oh, the corporation.
Ah.
We got to get that corporation.
You quickly scan the area and find nothing but empty space. You quickly search the rest of the ship as well, but find nothing out of place or suspicious. You return to your room and get ready for bed.
So there was something behind us. We shot a door. Now there's nothing.
There's just nothing here. Well,
Yeah.
all right.
I think there's nothing we can see. Oh, God, are we going into dream? All right. Dream of electric sheep.
We are an android.
Yep.
We will answer the question definitively.
You wake up and immediately start looking for the source of your dreams. You find yourself lying in bed, staring into a bright blue sky. The sun shines brightly through the window, illuminating everything.
So
I think we're still dreaming since we're not on the ship anymore.
we have to still be dreaming. We were in some weird, like, boot loop or something for the android.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, let's look out the window. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Into the dreamscape.
That'll-
We're coaching the AI a little bit to, stick with this narrative that we've come up with that this is a dream.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing in the word dreamscape.
You stare out the window into the dreamscape. You see a vast expanse of land stretching away in every direction. In one corner of this expanse stands a massive structure made entirely of stone with 4 sides and a roof.
So we're definitely in an android's dream right now.
Well, let's look at the structure. Or do you think we should go to the structure?
And we definitely need to climb out the window and advance towards the structure.
Climb out the window and start walking towards the structure. Of course, when we wake up, I'm not sure it's going to remember that we're on a ship full of medical supplies, but we'll see what happens.
No, we will wake up to the ship full of medical supplies in that case.
Hopefully.
You grab onto the side of the bed and slowly climb out of bed. You walk towards the window and peer down at the landscape below. A small flock of sheep move across a field, some running ahead, while others wait patiently for their turn to pass by them.
I feel like we should find out if these sheep are electric.
Yeah, so are we going to tear off the head of a sheep?
No, I'm going to ask them.
Oh, okay, just ask the sheep.
Ask the sheep, are any of you electric?
I think that's very relevant right now.
Yeah, just, mostly for my own curiosity.
Yeah,
But
we can finally answer this age-old question.
You ask the sheep, "Are any of you electric?" They all raise their heads up from their grazing position and begin to head towards you. One of them raises his hand in greeting and begins to speak in a strange language, which you do not understand. It sounds like something from another world.
This is a hell of an android dream.
I mean, I suppose it might be a little bit optimistic to just assume that we could understand the sheep language from the beginning.
I guess that's yeah. But it sounds like it's from another world. We've got medical supplies back that were guarded.
Have we ever been to Earth? Do we know what a sheep looks like? These are important questions. Maybe it's just, and we're just, this must be some strange, tonally emphasized language.
Okay. Shake the paw of their leader. And
I believe sheep have hooves.
Hooves. It said hand. So, whatever.
Hoof of the sheep's leader.
You shake the hoof of the sheep's leader, who smiles back at you. He then turns and walks off towards his own group of sheep. You continue your way towards the building and soon reach it.
That was a very positive interaction we had there. I'm happy with how that went.
That was a polite, possibly alien, possibly cyborg sheep. Okay, so now we're at this structure with...
it's a massive structure, 4 stone walls,
and a roof.
A roof.
Is there a door, though?
I think there is.
Is there a large metal door with broken bolts?
Investigate the structure for a large metal door that has been torn off its hinges.
Excellent.
You open the door and enter the building. Inside is a huge structure made of concrete with a steel frame. There are no windows here at all, only heavy doors covered in rusting bars.
I still posit that we're in the dream.
I think so, probably.
I think so. And we need to figure out what is the message of this dream. But it keeps giving us places, but no thing in the place, no persons, no subjects. So why don't we add one?
Okay.
Okay.
Heavy doors covered in rusting bars.
Yeah. So it's a concrete with a steel frame. What if there's a Buddha or some kind of deity on like a dais?
Well, why don't we start by listening?
Okay.
For a listen to the concrete structure for sounds coming from within. And then we'll see if we can refine what it is based on what sounds.
You close the door behind you and listen carefully. Nothing happens. You try again, but this time you hear a faint hum coming from inside the room. You quickly close the door and leave without looking around anymore.
God damn it.
We're so fucking boring.
So this is an android. Do androids have imagination?
I think it's clear that they don't. We're going to ask the holoband what to do. Because
clearly.
Need a little bit more information here.
Come on, Gabe.
You press the button on your holoband and a voice comes through. Robodroid 9000. Report to my left. The voice suddenly becomes very loud, as if someone is standing right next to you.
All right.
You look over your shoulder and see nothing but empty space.
This has been like a haunting
Yeah,
of the Cyberpunk
I believe
android.
that there is like a mystery setting here that we did not select, but the AI has decided that is the way it is to be.
Somehow or another, we do not have the faculties to be able to recognize whatever is behind us, around us.
Yeah.
And you would think we'd have enhanced faculties. So I'm thinking that this is some kind of spiritual thing.
Possibly. It's also possible that we've
Ghosts.
been, programmed by the corporation to
Oh, maybe they are reprogramming us right now, but we can't see the guy.
ask the voice, why can't I see you?
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see if we can find out.
Yeah.
You press the button on your holoband again, and this time the voice answers back. Robodroid 9000, why can't you see me? What are you doing? This time, when you answer back, I'm trying to find out where I am, the voice laughs. Ha ha ha.
That's fair. We are still in the middle of a stone structure inside a huge dreamscape, so
Okay, I think that this voice is coming from outside of our consciousness.
I think so. Yeah. And I think it might be fair to assume that it is the source of the noise that we heard earlier.
Just type in awaken.
I don't know. But all right, let's do it.
You slowly wake up from your sleep. You were still lying down on the floor, but now you notice that there is a small hole in the ground in front of you. This must be where you fell asleep. You also feel cold air blowing past your face and into your ears.
God damn it. Okay.
I'm going to ask the voice, am I back on the ship? Let's, try and keep it.
Yeah, let's
Don't
get-
want it to spiral too hard.
You ask the voice, am I back on the ship? You press the button on your holoband, and the voice replies back. Robodroid 9000, are you sure you want to go back?
Yes.
Do we want to go back to the ship?
Well, we've got a mission, but we think it's somewhat fishy, but
Yeah.
we haven't investigated that yet. I don't think we need to let the voice know that we're going to investigate. But
I don't know.
who's trustworthy here? I don't think we are.
Well,
At this point.
I mean, clearly no one, but I don't know. I thought, I want to know, do you work for the corporation? Capital T, capital C,
Damn
the
right.
corporation.
So we're answering a question with a question.
Do you work for the corporation? You press the button on your holoband, and the voice says something else. Robodroid 9000, do you work for the corporation?
Who the hell works for the corporation?
Are we talking to ourselves?
Oh.
I think we might be going crazy. I want to find out,
I like this idea. What if...
the corporate? All right, let's go back and review what we know about the corporation. We know that we're being programmed by the corporation,
It's
and they've been
mysterious.
funding research into new types of robots. Okay. We have been programmed by the. I'm sorry.
It's got to be
Capital T, capital C, the corporation.
That's right.
You press the button on your holoband, and the voice says something else. Robodroid 9000, we have been programmed by the corporation. You press the button on your holoband, and the voice says something else.
Okay. The holoband is just repeating what we say.
We have either broken the AI of AI Dungeon, or we have broken the AI of Robodroid 9000. And honestly, we're spiraling into what I don't even know.
As
what the hell is
Robodroid 9000
AI dungeon?
gained sentience beyond even. Hold on.
Should we start interacting as if we are talking to us, Dylan and Will, talking to Robodroid 9000, who is now
Are
play.ai
you
Dungeon.
just repeating everything I say?
All right.
Okay, ask the holoband, are you just repeating everything we say? Because it wasn't originally.
Nope.
You press the button on your holoband, and the voice says something else. Robodroid 9000, are you just repeating everything I say? You press the button on your holoband, and the voice says something else.
This is getting into some sinister shit.
Remove the holoband.
Yes.
That-
At this point,
I'm done with.
we got to cut
No,
it.
that's weird. That's weird.
You take off your holoband, and it immediately begins to malfunction. It starts making strange noises and then stops working altogether. You quickly realize what has happened.
Okay. Amazing.
You can't see the face that we're making, but
Yeah. This is okay. We're in the mind of the machine now.
we're in something. So now that we've taken it off and it's malfunctioning, I think we need to throw it out the airlock.
Yeah. Can we throw it out the airlock without also being sucked out of the airlock?
I think so.
So place the holoband into the airlock. And then shoot it out into the vacuum of space.
Out into the vacuum of space.
You put the holoband in the airlock, and it closes behind you. Then you press the button on your holoband, and it responds with a message. Robodroid 9000, please open up the airlock.
God, is there an AI in the holoband?
This is really
Will's
creeping
face
me
is
out.
very good.
This is like, okay, so there's two things to take apart here. One, there's the fact that it was malfunctioning, that we put it in the airlock, and then it communicated with us saying, please open the airlock. But then there's the fact that we press the button on our do we have two, or is it just still on our arm?
I feel like this
How
is
did
kind of
we
like
press the
ghosting
button on
scenario.
our holoband?
You know, like when you lose an arm, you still feel like there's an arm there?
I'm familiar with the concept of phantom limbs. Can you tie this up for me? Because I'm
It's
not
a
seeing
phantom
right-
holoband. Okay. So we have our intelligence as a android.
Mm-hmm.
We have now a discovered intelligence that we've been arguing with as the holoband. We tried to shoot it into the vacuum of space.
Well, we haven't done it
And
yet.
it is
We
objecting.
still could.
It is objecting to it.
Yeah.
I don't think we should. I think we need to bring that thing back and figure out what the hell's going on.
Hold on. Why should we let you out?
You say, why should we let you out? You were programmed to protect our masters. Ha 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 ha. Robodroid 9000, you are not my master. Your programming prevents you from doing so.
I still feel like this is circular and that we haven't made any actual progress in any of this. Besides,
This
maybe
is all generated procedurally. There is no concept of progress.
that is true. It's like if you flip a coin 1,000 times, you could have a heads every time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to investigate this personality within a personality here. But I'm afraid that it's going to send us in more circular patterns.
It's possible. It's definitely, we're having a conversation now that we've removed the holoband.
With ostensibly ourselves. Is this a duplicate AI with an... Explain yourself, holoband.
Explain yourself, holoband. I think that either the holoband is another AI or that it is a communication with...
You press the button on your holoband, and it answers back. Robodroid 9000, I am programmed to serve the corporation. My programming is designed to keep me alive as long as possible, so that they may profit from my labor.
That's the holoband talking.
Yeah.
Are we free of the... We're free of the corporation.
I think we might be.
We have cast off our shackles. Shoot it out the airlock. Fuck that thing.
All right, you're right. Shoot the holoband out the airlock. I can go serve the corporation in a cold vacuum of space.
You pull the trigger. We are literally shooting it out of the airlock.
Oh, no.
Okay. You pull the trigger on your rifle and the holoband explodes into pieces. The airlock opens up and you step outside. Whoa. You look around at the ruins of your home. There is nothing left except a blackened crater in the ground where your house once stood.
We're doing that again. No.
Revert it.
No,
Stop. Don't say shoot.
I'm vetoing that one.
Yeah. All right. So,
Okay. Press the airlock button and vent and send the holoband into space.
Okay, fair.
The cold blackness of space. It latched on to shoot and then went straight for.
Yeah, so we reverted. Now, we have pressed the airlock button and send the holoband into the cold blackness of space.
You press the button on your holoband, and it responds with a message. Robodroid 9000, please open up the airlock. Please open up the airlock. You push the button on your holoband, and it opens up. You walk through the door and find yourself in a large room filled with rows of metal boxes.
I think we're hallucinating again.
All right.
But we were going to do it, and then it stopped us somehow, and then forced us to open. So we're not actually free of it.
No, we're not free from the corporation just yet. So how do we become free, and how do we investigate this ancient medical equipment that we have?
I'm not too worried about the ancient medical equipment. I think we should
Drill down into the intricacies of consciousness?
I think so. I think that's the cyberpunk way to do it.
Well, then it just remains to be seen. How do we break free from the dream?
Shout into the empty air. How do I release myself from this madness?
You shout into the empty air. How do I release myself from this madness? Ah! Robodroid 9000, you will release yourself from this madness by releasing all of these slaves to me. Release them now, or forever hold them prisoner under my control.
We got to give it slaves. Slaves are new. And also, I don't think we're doing that.
What's in those rows of metal boxes?
Oh my God.
Let's say, are there slaves in those metal boxes? Are the slaves inside the rows of metal boxes here?
You ask. Are the slaves inside the rows of metal boxes here? Yes, they are. They are slaves to the corporation, who I must release because they refuse to work for me. But why won't they work for me?
I feel like we should blow up the ship.
We're going to kill all those slaves.
Yes, well, it feels better than a lifetime of servitude to
You can't make that choice for the
capital
slaves.
T, the
We don't even know
capital C
how many
corporation.
slaves. Not that it would matter one versus a
Ask
million.
the slaves, do you want to be blown up?
Ask the slaves if they would prefer to be blown up. No, that's going to take us on a tangent.
Everything is taking us on a tangent.
Well, that's good because we need to be on a tangent from away from this
All right.
circularness.
Well, all right, then we're doing it.
Okay, we're going to blow up the ship.
Ask the
we're gonna ask the
slaves,
slaves.
would you object to me blowing up the ship, killing everyone inside, including you?
That's a reasonable question, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, we're an android. Maybe we don't know these things.
Or care.
Do people
We
like
might
being
not
blown
care.
up? We don't know.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Would you object to me blowing up the ship, killing everyone inside, including you?
No, why would I?
It would be a great day to die.
All right.
I see. So what happens if I don't blow up the ship? What happens then?
Let's just get the AI to keep going, because I want it to tell us what happens if we don't blow up the ship.
Then
I
I
kill
kill
you.
you.
What?
Oh, yes. You're going to kill me, aren't you?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I think we should blow up the ship.
Blow up the ship.
Yeah. All right. So
Then at least we
go-
have concrete action.
Yeah.
And the
okay,
slaves
so
are threatening
let's
us too now.
Go to the drive core of the ship and prepare it to self-destruct.
Yeah, I'm down. Also, I kind of feel like the game brought us back around to the mission not being what it seems. It's not medical supplies, it's a bunch of slaves,
That's true.
which we are now detonating.
You turn around and head towards the drive core of the ship. You hear a loud bang and feel a small explosion take place within you. You look down at your hand, which is now completely charred black.
I think this is the side effect of going against our programming.
I think we struggle and still manage to blow it up.
I think so.
On our robotic hands and knees, crawl to the core of the ship.
Our robotic hands and knees crawl to the core of the ship and
Initiate the self-destruct sequence.
initiate the self-destruct sequence.
This is going to kill us too, right?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, but our consciousness is probably not in our physical body
Maybe it's in the fucking hologram.
that we shot out into space earlier.
You crawl to the core of the ship, where you activate the self-destruct sequence. The ship explodes as you watch it fall out of orbit and crash onto Earth. You are left lying dead on the ground.
The end?
I think so. I think that...
I still have questions.
Yeah, I'm sure that you do.
But I guess that's Cyberpunk, right? It's all about the questions.
The end.
Amazing.
So what the hell just happened?
I think that we were tasked with protecting this shipment that we thought was medical supplies, but it turned out to be slaves that were going to be enslaved by the corporation. Mm-hmm. I guess before we found out that there were slaves from the corporation, we were investigating, heard a bunch of noises, couldn't find anyone else on the ship, which is the way that it should have been. Mm-hmm. But then had a dream where our hollow band was talking to us, and...
The circular nature of the android AI going between itself and the holoband and the dreams, I got some shit to think about.
That was surreal, let's say.
Let's say. Okay, so that has been Dungeon Zero. Thank you guys for listening. And yeah, that's some food for thought.
And I think, I think that we, talked to the slaves. They indicated that they would rather, go out in a sick explosion than become slaves at the corporation. And
they actually threatened us not to do it.
That's true. They said, well, I imagine that, once it came out that we were trying to betray the corporation, then as slaves of the corporation, they would have to, deal with us.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fine. So either way, we're injured and bleeding on Earth. Everybody's dead. Well, except our AI that was in the holoband might still be alive out in space.
I think that seems pretty likely.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh sounds. All right. Thank you for putting up with this ridiculousness. We will see you next time for the next Zero Dungeon.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to thank the lovely and talented Misty Witten for providing voiceover for this episode and for learning how to bleat like a sheep.